I just, you have this, yeah, but I just want to be free and be on the beach all the time or hike all the time. There will also be a certain point where you just get bored. We are live. Sorry that we're late. Technical issues. So, welcome to another episode of Exploring Happiness, where we talk about alternative living, money, freedom, and happiness. I don't know why I did that.
Going
We have
nuts.
we have an absolutely juicy episode for you today. We will talk about, does monies make you happy?
I like that you said it in plural. Monies.
So, and we will start with talk about what is money? Like, what is this
What is it actually?
beautiful thing invented? Or
And
some people hate it,
I
and
took
some people love
notes.
it.
I took a note. So
Took notes. Oh yeah, I'm Niki. I'm I'm not Jens.
I'm Jens, but you already know that. So but let's just jump into it before we start to define whether or not money makes you happy. What is money actually? So
Yeah.
according to Wikipedia, money, also sometimes called currency, can be defined as anything that people use to buy goods and services. Money is what many people receive for selling their own things or services. There are many kinds of money in the world. Most countries have their own kind of money, such as the United States dollar or the British pound. Money is also called many other names like currency or cash. So, in other words, money is a tool that we use when there is no coincidence of wants, which coincidence of wants means, like, say, Niki has a cow, I have a pig, and we can she wants the pig, I want the cow. But what if she has a cow but she doesn't want the pig? Then instead we use money to trade, and it's easier to divide, and so money is just a tool that's used instead of trading.
Yeah. So it's basically just a tool. So we come back to the question, does money make you happy? And it's a yes, but not really. It's a no, but yes. But
It's
but
a
yes.
yes and a no and a yes.
Yeah. So they have been doing a lot of studies about this, because I think, and what I also thought about, Jens, let's just talk about why we chose this topic for one short second.
All right.
And then you're just looking at me again like...
You can't just put things on me that I need to prepare.
I think we were so excited about this topic because money has so many, we put so much on money, and if we don't have it, like, then it takes up 90% of our mental space. But if we have plenty of money, it's just taking up 10% of our mental space. And I think there's so many things connected to money. It has so many feelings, and it has so many... many of us has many issues with it. Many of us have issues even want to earn it, and earn money on what we love and our passions and stuff. So that's why we chose the topic today, to actually like unravel the money thing. I'm blabbering, I feel like.
It's A-okay, Niki. Blabber away.
Money and happiness. So does money make you more happy? And it's a yes, and it's a no. And studies show that, actually, I have it here on my phone as well. I'm just going to read it out loud.
Much more easy.
Yeah, and now it's gone.
And just to let everyone know, we're trying to look into the camera, but it's hard when there's a beautiful picture of me and Niki on the screen.
Yeah. Anyways, I put a unicorn next to the camera, so hopefully we can look at that instead. Anyways, so... Studies from Princeton University shows that it only is a certain amount of money that you reach that makes you happy. So they say it's $75,000 for a household, and you earn that, then you have like covered all your basic income. And above all that, actually money doesn't make you more happy. So being a billionaire and a millionaire doesn't make you more happy. But if you don't have the means or the money enough to cover your basic incomes like food and healthcare in certain countries and housing, and you can supply your everyday needs,
then money will make you happy.
Yeah, then money will make you happy. And I think that is fascinating. Also, there's one thing more I want to add to that, that this study also shows that happiness, when you spend money on things, doesn't make you more happy. If you spend your money, if you have enough of it, if you cover your basic income, actually spending money on experiences makes you 80% more happy, instead of buying things that you just happy with for a certain amount of time.
So things won't make you more happy, but experiences will make you more happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Key feature.
So the first point is that, I think I just followed a fly, that
Nice.
that you have to have covered your basic income, and it's up to a certain amount of money. Money will increase your happiness, because this is the world we are created, we live in. Money is something we use to make a living.
It's a necessary tool.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty fantastic, but it's not always been that for me. And let's dive into this a little bit on our own experiences, because actually we had at one point a lot of money. I would even say we were millionaires once.
We were probably we were millionaires.
Yeah.
And
in the
we
Danish way.
And we had a lot of money, but
we lost it all.
We lost it all, and we didn't truly appreciate it when we had it. We were still living in some type of scarcity mindset, because
ooh, that's juicy. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, but we were in a bit of a scarcity mindset, because even though we could buy whatever we want, I mean, we could buy whatever car we wanted, we could rent whatever apartment we wanted, we could travel wherever we wanted to go, but we were not in control of the situation, and we did not feel in control of the situation, and I think that made us live in a bit of a scarcity mindset.
I think because we both grew up not wealthy at all, and I think the way back then our parents or grandparents grew up in a survival kind of mode.
Yeah, just
right?
barely scraping by,
yeah,
and just making just enough to feed the family.
So it was like, I grew up with like, work has to be hard and money is hard earned, and it's like, you have to take really good care of it, like keep it in your pocket, and like, but I didn't grow up with healthy beliefs and mindset about money. And that is something, when we then had a lot of money, we were still holding on to our own beliefs, and that bite us in the ass at the end, and we lost everything.
And then we lost everything, and we still felt shit. I wouldn't say I felt worse than when we had the money.
No, it was the same feeling, weird enough.
We were still living in a type of scarcity mindset. But at that point, we didn't have the minimum to cover our basic needs.
But I also think, for me, it was a lot about having all the money and suddenly realize that didn't make me happier. It was like, oh,
fuck,
what then? Because everybody in the society we grew up in, and the social media and the media shows you just have to have a lot of money, then you're happy and you're golden. And when you just achieve it, it's like, now what then? Because I'm still not feeling happy. I'm still drinking. I'm still smoking. I'm still feeling like shit. I still wake up every day and dragging my life and going to work and just hating it.
If you can relate, just give it a thumbs up, because I think many people feel that way.
Yeah, and when we then lost it all.
But then the magic happened when we started taking control of it again.
Yeah, but I want to talk about how I felt when I lost it all.
How depressed you felt.
I was so depressed, because one thing, when we had all the money, it gave me confidence, because we could do whatever we wanted, but we didn't know what we wanted, but we could do whatever we wanted, and it gives you a certain kind of confidence. This is definitely the truth for me. And then losing it all, it made me, it felt like I was taking my freedom away. I wasn't as movable as I used to be. I couldn't just, go there, buy that and do that and whatever I wanted. So coming back to this absolutely having nothing and waking up with this knot in my stomach every morning and thinking, fuck, another day, no money, what to do?
Well, it makes you rethink what makes you happy.
Yeah,
and that's such a cool thing, because it really forced us to look at, did the money actually make us happy? And you know what?
No, it
Didn't make us one bit more happy, because money is just a tool to buy and sell things. It's nothing more. It's just a unicorn. It's just a small tool to make you buy and sell things, and it's nothing more than that. So if you can have all the money in the world, but if you have no idea, no clue what makes you happy or what you want to do with that money and why you want to do it with that money, then money is not going to make you happy at all.
No.
And I think what happens, there's this book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, I think it is. But you have everything, but what good is money if you work 60 hours a week and don't really do anything you like or love?
Yeah.
Even worse, you might not have time with your family or with your friends, or go out and have experiences, which we heard earlier is pretty much the only thing that can make you more happy is experiences, and have time with friends, which is also an experience.
Yeah, exactly. So, and there was also this thing yesterday, we saw the video about happiness. You can buy happiness, but it will only, the feeling. You bought a new iPhone, something, and it lasts for 1 week. You're all excited. You all look at this future. Man, I have a new iPhone. It's awesome. And then 1 week later, it's just in your pocket. There's nothing new in it. And
you just throw it on the table.
So actually, what it is, happiness truly is fulfilling, when you're fulfilling your purpose, when you're helping others, when you do something good for the world, and making a difference, and do like what you love to do, what you're curious about, what your passion is, what you love to do when you were a child, and you just keep on doing it when you're then older as well, because we just have that one life. And buying yourself a new Ferrari or something that is a thing will only make you happy for a certain amount of time, when long-lasting happiness is experiences with people, making difference, and diving deep into painting or whatever rocks your boat, sister.
Yeah, experiences and people and meaningful relationships is what makes you happy.
Yeah. So for you, Jens, how does, because you've been through ebbs and flows a lot, what is one takeaway you think had made you go from going rich to poor to really living well again?
I think what it comes down to is not the amount of money, but feeling that you are in control of that money.
Unicorn. What did you say again?
I think it's not about the amount of money. It's about feeling that you are in control of that money, and feeling that you know what you want to do with that money.
Yeah.
And a small little thing is also that there's a little bit more next month than the previous month.
Yeah.
So feel that you are in a growing. It doesn't have to be exponentially or anything, but as I talked to Philip about the other day on that episode, it's the unicorn, is that it doesn't have to be exponential or anything, but just the feeling that you live not below your means, but maybe that you live and spend so that you know there's going to be more next month than the previous month. It doesn't have to be much, but then you're growing, and that control is fucking awesome to have.
Yeah, I think Oprah said it so well. So at certain point, Oprah Winfrey, she grew up really purely, and then she suddenly got more and more money. And she said, one thing you have to do when you're earning more money and getting richer is not buying more expensive towels. You keep on buying the same. You can have cheap towels and expensive towels, and in the beginning, keep on buying the cheap towels, because this is how you grow your wealth. It's living below your means a little bit. Not that you don't have to enjoy your life, but really think about, do you need $100 towel if you can just buy a $10 one and it does the job really well? And it's about, and again, then thinking about, you want to go out and have experience in this life. This is what you can bring to your grave.
I think that's if you look at your expenditure and just think of it for 1 second, will this make me more happy?
Yeah.
And if it won't make you more happy or bring you closer to your goals, then it's probably a silly expenditure that you could instead give to charity or help someone in need or use it for something that will make you more happy.
Exactly. And I think also I want to touch base on something else as well, that the things we put on money, like what we think about money. We have a lot of, you want to be sustainable and hippie and yoga and living vegan and healthy and simple living is the new thing. And we meet so many hippie friends that don't want to have anything to do with money because it's mean.
They think money is evil.
Yeah. And I want to definitely, I felt this way at a certain point. This way I pushed money away because I don't need it. I can live from air and water, and if I just give, the universe will give back. But what does it give back? Because we live in a society where money is a thing. So money is not evil. It's the holder that is holding the money, that's spending the money, that has the control of it. So yes, some really, 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 really rich people in this world are not nice.
Probably complete assholes.
They're probably assholes. But that has nothing to do with the money. There's other people who has a lot of money and are really sweet and spending it in a really sweet way, like we do. Like we donate a lot of money to Balinese people right now because they don't have any money down there because of the whole lockdown. So money is not evil. It's energy. It's a mean to an end. It's something we can. Give. It's nothing. You choose how you use your money.
Conclusion on that little thing is money isn't evil. People can be evil.
Can be evil or use it evil.
Money is a brilliant tool for what it is.
Yeah. And I think you choose what you use your money on.
Yeah.
And you can use it on good or on bad, but you are the one. So if you have a good soul, things will go. Yeah. Anyways,
that's a bit of a conclusion on everything, actually.
Yeah.
If you wrap everything together into one, like, money can make you more happy, especially if you are in control of what you use the money for, but only if you know exactly what it is you want from your life and what you want out of your daily life. So more important than money, when you have your basic needs covered, is knowing what kind of experiences you want from this life.
Yeah, and sorry, yeah, that's beautiful, Jens. You're such a philosopher. But anyway, we see it so many times, don't we, with people who are artists or singers or Hollywood stars or whatever, but people who got suddenly rich, or not suddenly, they worked their way up, but they got a lot of money, maybe they had luck in business or whatever, and then suddenly they turn to drugs and alcohol because they are up there, they earned the money, but because they didn't define what they wanted out of their life, they screwed as much as the people who are poor.
Exactly. Even worse, probably, because they actually have the funds to
buy the good ones.
To turn themselves into complete drug addicts.
Yeah, they have the good drugs.
Yeah, but look at Michael Jackson, people like that, they end up killing themselves.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Did he?
Always bring Michael Jackson in there. He took too much drugs.
Oh, see? Yeah, so you have to define it. I think, can I tell the story? So I have a beautiful friend when I lived in Bali, Bianca, and she was a photographer. And one day she dragged me down to, was it Ligian or something? Anyways, doesn't matter. But this, we were taking photo of this millionaire guy for a magazine. And he was so cute, and I don't remember what he made all his billion on, but his story was that he was sitting in Milan drinking wine on those big ships. What is that? Like a yacht, yeah, with caviar and ladies and everything, and he was bored out of his mind because he achieved everything he wanted with his business, and he also was a certain age, and he was like, I'm not gonna freaking do this the next, because he was just 50, 60 something. And he didn't want to do that rest of his life. So he decided to travel the world and open schools for underprivileged children and buy all the stuff for it, like computers, food. So the parents just had to send them to school, the kids, and everything was taken care
He
of.
would take care of the rest.
And that's why we took photos of him for because he did the same thing in Bali and other third world countries. And he was so happy, and I was like, this story stuck with me until now and forever, because I think that is the whole point, isn't it? You can, of course, if you have a passion and you want to make money and create your business, but just know at the end you will have to figure out what your life is all about when you have a lot of money. And even one more.
Oh,
We are only on 20 minutes. It doesn't matter. So also the guy Philip works for.
Max.
He did the right thing for this investment and blah blah blah, and because he wanted just to be on the beach in Thailand and lay there. And then he laid there for 3 months.
And then he was bored out of his mind.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? And instead of wasting his life away on the beach in Thailand, he decided to teach others how to
do trading,
how to make enough money to, more than they need.
Yeah, so when you think, because I think, I have to say this also, I have a lot of, but when you think, I just, you have this, but I just want to be free and be on the beach all the time or hike all the time, there will also be a certain point where you just get bored. You need to have a purpose.
We've been there.
Yeah, like, because we have everything we wanted now. And I think, like, then the whole lockdown and all this stuff come, and we had even more time on our hand. And it's about finding purpose and being with people again. But
that's also why we're doing this podcast now, call it whatever you want, because we want to share what we think about these. We want to share our ideas and our way of thinking, because everyone we meet keeps asking us about this and how do you do it? Why are you not doing it this way? And why do you live outside the bubble and not inside the normal bubble? What is? And we think it's super important, and it makes us happy to sit here and talk about it.
Yeah, because we've been in both worlds. We've been really, really wealthy, and we were really, really, really poor, and now we are
in control,
having a good time. But first, when we figured out what life is about, what we wanted to make it about, like, we're gonna do a whole new podcast on this one when it's gonna be so amazing. Because we picture, I don't gonna tell everything, but we picture ourselves how we want to look like. No, then I'm gonna tell a secret.
Don't tell too much. Tune in a few days when we talk about that one.
It's gonna change your life completely.
Let's wrap it up, Niki.
Why though?
Because
I'm so in
otherwise we can keep talking for hours and hours.
Yeah, but
and we want to have some juicy stuff for another time.
Yeah, okay.
I think we just want to say that.
Yeah, conclusion.
We had the conclusion.
Oh.
We can conclude again.
Conclude it.
I'll conclude one final time. Money does make you happy, only to the point where you have enough to cover your basic needs. For it to make you more happy, you need to know exactly what you want out of your life and why.
Namaste, bitches.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
share, follow, push the buttons. It'll make us happy. If you're watching this on Facebook, write a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube,
no, you're going too far. You're going too far. So we want to ask you one question. What is your relationship with money? And that's it. What is your relationship
What
with
is
money?
your relationship?
And we will do another topic on this, because we grew up with different beliefs and values around money. And write in the comments below, what is your relationship to money? And if you have any questions about that, we really appreciate that.
I want to know how you grew up. Did you grow up in a scarcity family or in a family that had plenty?
Yeah, what is your money beliefs is actually more a good question as well. So thank you again for tuning in to the Exploring Happiness podcast.
You forgot to uniform.
Chasing dreams right from the